everyone, welcome to iDreamBio. It is a continuation from the previous video, translation. In the previous video, I have explained the basic requirement of the translation. So, translation process. So, in this session, we will talk about mechanism. In prokaryotic individual, so the cytosol of a cell, this is the cytosol of a cell, cytosol consists, there are 20 types of amino acids. All the amino acids will be present in the cytosol, for example, and so on and so on. In the beginning, in the first step of initiation, the prerequisite of the translation, so activation of amino acids are needed. So activation of amino acids needed. It's required ATP energy needed. So amino acid, ATP and enzyme, amino acyl tRNA synthetase needed. In magnesium is needed bivalent ion. So it forms amino acyl AMP enzyme complex or amino acyl adenolate enzyme. So this is a product. So which is an activated form. So all amino acids gets activated. In the second process, the activated amino acids transfer to the tRNA. So which second one? So that is a charging of tRNA. Charging or amino acylation. Amino acylation is nothing but amino group is added to the substance. Acylation of tRNA. Yes. For example, this is the before that we need to tell one thing is, for example, methionine, one of the amino acid is a methionine. The activated form of the methionine is called FMET. It is a formulated methionine in the prokaryotes, only methionine in the eukaryotes. It is also activated like all other amino acids. Okay. Second one, charging of the tRNA. This is the fifth prime of the this is a DHU loop, anticodon loop, T-Cy loop, and the third one is the terminated CCA, third one, which is a fifth prime. So at A, this is the site is a amino acid binding site. Now the tRNA and amino acid both together called amino acyl tRNA complex. Yes. This is the activation. Like all that activated with the tRNA, simple representation, tRNA, all that get activated. So all the amino acids get activated with tRNA. And the third one, this is how do we represent? So amino acid AMP enzyme complex attached to the tRNA. So tRNA, it forms AA tRNA, and AMP and enzyme is a releases. AMP and enzyme is a releases. So this is the structure is called amino acylation tRNA complex. But here we didn't write here pyrophosphate also produces. Both two steps are a prerequisite for the initiation of the translation process. Now, the third, the process of the translation can be completed by the three steps: initiation, elongation, termination process. So, initiation process, we will see initiation. Yes. In the initiation, in the cytosol of the cell, there is a mRNA, single-stranded structure of the mRNA. Single-stranded. The mRNA having of the codons. So the mRNA, this is a cap region, which is a tail part. At the tail part, third prime, cap part is a fifth prime. It is a region of the untranscribed region, is a UTR. UTR that that makes the efficiency of translation process. Here is also UTR, we notice untranscribed region. So on mRNA, there are nucleotides are there, like a nucleotide only here we are noticing only nitrogenous bases only. So nucleotide that consists of the A, nucleotide that consists of the nitrogenous base U, G, like C, A, G, C, and so on, and U, A, like the nucleotides present on mRNA. But the three adjacent nucleotides are called one codon, 3 adjacent nucleotide another codon, 3 adjacent nucleotide one codon, 3 adjacent nucleotides one codon. So that is a codon. Now the codons are coded by ribosomes. So the codons are translated by the ribosomes representing amino acid sequence or a form is called as a polypeptide. That we will see in this session, right? In the initiation process, the small subunit of the ribosome, it is a prokaryotes small subunits is nothing but 30S RNA, 30S ribosome. So the 30S ribosomal subunit is binded on mRNA at which site? Initiation codon site, AUG site, by support of factor is initiation factor 3. Now this unit is called pre-initiation. So is a pre-initiation. Step 1, pre-initiation process. In the pre-initiation process, what? 30S, this is a 30S subunit of ribosome is binded. Which factor is needed? Initiation factor 3. In the next one, there is a charged tRNA with amino acid, that is a come and complementary with a AUG. AUG is represents about the methionine. So the tRNA which is binded with a methionine that come and here. So that tRNA binded. So this is the anticodon arm and the tRNA that having of which amino acid? The amino acid is a FMET, which having of FMET, formulated methionine. One amino acid. It is brought by the tRNA. The place is this is known as a P site. Let me explain the ribosome of large unit. P site. So this process also required factors. What factors are needed? GTP is needed and initiation factor 2. Both two requirements are this unit. So now this unit is somewhat complete. So initiation complex. In initiation complex, what are the factors? The GTP as well as a initiation factor 2. So that is no need to write here. Already I have mentioned here. So initiation factor 2. In the third step, there is a larger subunit, that is a 50S ribosome unit is attached with smaller ribosomal unit. So 50S ribosome. Yes. The 50S ribosome, this is a 50S subunit, not a 50S ribosome, 50S subunit. So 50S subunit having of the 3 sites, which is a site, amino acyl site, which is a P site, peptidyl transfer site, this is a exit site, 3 sites are there. Now 50S, 30S, complete structure of the ribosome that was formed here. It can be written in like representation. So what about? So it is 30S, yes. Yeah, 50S is binded. What factor is needed? So it is also required for initiation factor. This is not a writing. So initiation factor 1 is needed. So how do we write this 30S subunit associated with the mRNA plus amino acyl tRNA FMET and plus 50S ribosome. Yes, 50S ribosome. So it makes the complete structure. What complete structure is produced? 30 years or 50 years, its make is a 70 years ribosomes which are a prokaryotic. 70 years mRNA and amino acid tRNA F-MET unit is a formed. This is the initiation process. Yes, AUC gets activated. Initiation is a stimulated. The next process from beginning from the here is considered as a elongation factors. Right, elongation factors. But in the elongation factor, so I want to continue here. So let me avoid this part. Yes. In the elongation factor, in the elongation process, elongation factors are there. There are 3 elongation factors, and it is also energy consuming process also. But this is the site is a site, yes. Sorry. Yes. Right. This is the site is a site. This is the first codon. Adjacent to the first codon, this is a site. It is a vacant. It is a empty. It need to get complementary with any one also. So another tRNA that brings amino acid come and get complementary with CCA with anticodon. So we use that another one. So another one that come at brought, and this is the anticodon arm. So it brought one amino acid. This is the structure of amino acid. Yeah. Now both are filled. Now ribosome also completely occupied. There is no chance of coming of one more tRNA. Now A side, B side, E side. So what about ribosome? This is amino acid. Here amino acids. Yes. This is the simply I mentioned this structure of amino acid. So this is the amino acid having of the carboxyl group. Blue color is better. It is a carboxyl group is there, COOH, and here is a NH2 group is there, amino group. So OH and one hydrogen here that eliminated in the form of the water. So CO and NH, this is the peptide bond takes place. So their relation is a peptide bond. Right. Now the ribosomes over. On that ribosome structure is a present. It is not a writing. This is the ribosome is a present. This is a site, we said is a P site, this is a E site. Now in the next step, so what I said in the initiation, elongation process, yes, whenever this was added here, there are factors are needed. What factors are needed? GTP requirement takes place, and EF elongation factor TU, elongation factor TS, elongation EFS, elongation factor TG. This is also needed for elongation process. So what about the heading? So initiation, so blue color is better. Elongation process, I have written in capital letter, so elongation. In the elongation factor, what are the factors? So GTP added, GTP needed, EFTU, EFTS, EFTG elongation factors. So this session is okay. Now I want to write it. Yes. Ribosome, this is also doesn't require here. I need to explain the mechanism. So the ribosome, this is the ribosomal subunit is here only. Both two. Now the both 50S ribosomal subunit, 30S ribosomal subunit, both that move, there is a one unit that moves over mRNA towards the third prime. This is called as a translocation. For the translocation, the enzyme requirement is translocase enzyme is needed. It is also GTP needed. So translocation process. Translocation enzyme is a translocase enzyme. locase enzyme and GTP also needed. Whenever the ribosomal both two units are move over for one codon distance. So one codon distance means they move somewhat. They move somewhat like, yes. It is also 30s unit also here. Now what about this is a site, which is a P site, this is a E site. What about the tRNA with F method is a exit site. Exit is nothing but the tRNA is, it is a comes out, that is a eliminated out from this session. So tRNA is a eliminated. Yes, it was a removed. It is a flows out. We can use any word also now. Now amino acid 1 and amino acid 2 both are attached to the existing tRNA which is located at the P site. Now the total unit is called, peptidyl tRNA. Yes. Now what about again A site will be empty. So one more tRNA that bring about represent amino acid here. Yes, another tRNA. Yes, another tRNA that brings codon over, another tRNA that brings another amino acid. This is anticodon arm. So now it brought one amino acid. Again there is a relation is a dash, but carboxyl group in the P site 2, amino group at the A site 2, there is a peptide bond formation is a takes place. So continuation, same factors will be required. So now it was a fulfilled. Again the process is a continuous. Both two ribosomal unit again moves over mRNA. It is again translation process. When they moves over mRNA, so I didn't explain children representation. C is a complement with a G, C is a complement with a G, A is a complement to U. Here G is a complement with a C, C is a G, C is a G like. Again ribosomal units are a moves over on mRNA. Yes, one more step. When the ribosomal units moves on mRNA, so we use it like mRNA. Yes, mRNA. What about this is a UAA. UAA is a nothing but a stop codon. Stop codon does not code any mRNA. So does not code any mRNA, no activated tRNA related to the stop codon. So nothing is brought by the tRNA. So that is the reason this process becomes as a stops. The translocation continues until the stop codon is a comes. Stop codons may be a UAA or UAG or UGA. The three considered as a stop codon. But which are the stop codons which are noticed on mRNA by the factors are needed. What are the releasing factors? When the process becomes as a stop, so this process is a releases. So release factor 3, release factor 2, release factor 1 are needed. The release factor 3 basically what mechanism here? Let me explain. This is the termination process. Termination. In the termination process, what are the factors? Releasing factor 3 that worked on GTP. Now the GTP that acted on releasing factor 1 and releasing factor 2. But releasing factor 1, yes, releasing factor 1 that notice, releasing factor 1, releasing factor 2, releasing factor 1 that notice, that identify on mRNA the UAA and UAG. But releasing factor identify or notice UAA, UGA. So here is also factors are needed, 3 factors in the termination process. Yes, but what about the process becomes a stops. But ribosomal subunits that moves continuously, they come out from the mRNA, and then the ribosomal subunit both two gets dissociated. So both two ribosomal units are gets separated. Now this is the ribosome basically is a site, which node is A site, which is a P site. It is a exit site. Exit site is a represents what about this is the tRNA is present in the exit site. Exit site is a nothing but it is a the tRNA is a slip swabber. Yes, simply we get is a eliminated slip swabber. Yes. Now polypeptide amino acid 1, amino acid 2, amino acid 3. All three is binded by the peptide bonds are associated to the tRNA which is located at P site. So this is a polypeptide. This is a peptidyl tRNA. Okay. Now after that, so the tRNA gets separated from the unit by the hydrolysis process. Yes, completed. Now what about the structure? This is the polypeptide chain is formed. For simple explanation process, I used only 3. But you need to imagine in between of this codon and this codon, you need to add 3 more codons for elongation of the polypeptide chain. For better explaining, I am using 2 more amino acids. Yes, amino acids. Now the word is a suggestible polypeptide. Polypeptide. Yes, amino acids 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 amino acids are. 6 amino acids, how many polypeptide bonds? 6 amino acids means polypeptide bonds are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This unit is ready. But what about the sequence of amino acid? The sequence of amino acid in the polypeptide chain is determined by the sequence of codon on mRNA. Very important it was. After that, the session was completed. After that, this FMET is it gets separated, that is removed or deformylated by the enzyme amino peptidase enzyme. So it is removed or deformylated. The total unit now this is a polypeptide. The polypeptide having of only peptide bond, so it is called as a simple protein. Simple protein. But to simple protein, this is the structure is a simple protein completed. But what about the same mRNA? I am using that same mRNA that may act for many association of the many ribosomes. So it's again proceed the same translation process. It produces multiple copies of the same polypeptide. This process is known as a translational amplification process. Okay. I said I added one amino acid here. By adding of one amino acid to the existing polypeptide is required 1 ATP and 2 GTPs are needed. So integration of one amino acid to the existing polypeptide, 1 ATP and GTP also needed. I hope you understood clearly. So keep watching. Thank you.